Patrick from PMInsightz.com. Be right with you. All right, once again, PMInsightz. I haven't been here in a while. I know that. I've had trouble with my router for a little while. I had put a video up, but I kind of did it hastily because I was behind and I took it down. So I'm going to refresh a few things from that video onto this one with some current things. So if you did happen to see my old video, block it out of your mind. You pretend you never saw it. So first thing is, kind of changed my name. Not mine. The video site, the channel, and the website. I am now PMInsightz.com. So it's www.pminsightz.com. So it's a Z instead of an S. I'll have it flashing down here at the bottom of the screen for you. I didn't like all that / talk, it's too long. I wanted to get that .com. That's why I did that. And I thought, you know what, just change the S to a Z. And then my web email address will be see, I can't remember that. PMInsightz@gmail.com. I'm going to have that all on the screen down here for you and everything too. So, all right. Another thing is a few things I had said in the last video. Like I say, I put it up too hastily. So, this is going back now. It's September the 14th. But it was a story. I was coming back from my parents for lunch on Wednesday late afternoon, and Wolf Blitzer came out with breaking news that Michael McCall, he is the chairman of Homeland Security, said the RNC had been hacked, like the DNC. And breaking news, they were going to find out more as they could, as much as they could about it and everything. And turns out that an hour later, he talks it back. He now saying that he misspoke, and he assumed as well as he misspoke. What he meant to say was as well as DNC. That some of the Republican political operatives had been hacked. Not the RNC have been hacked or breached. So all of a sudden it was this big news, and all of a sudden now it's like he talks it back, and I have not heard anything about that since. If anybody else has, email me. Let me know. Just, I don't know, because I never heard anything about it again. So I was like, well, how do these Republicans, they made sure that the DNC got hacked. Their shit was put out there, but the Republicans, what happened to that? All of a sudden they pushed it aside, and it's like, oh, what do you now you're making sure that none of it goes public or anything? I don't know. It just seems very fishy because, like I say, you've never heard anything about that story again. I never have. So if you have, drop me an email and let me know. Just curious. Our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts go out to the people that are in the path of Hurricane Matthew. First and foremost, I should have said that. But let's keep them in our prayers and hope that it goes away soon with not any more damage. Okay? Of course, today, Trump with the new tape came out from the Washington Post from when he was on. I just love it. I mean, it's not going to hurt him any, but it's going to hurt. Killing the Republican Party. It's killing him. The thing about, I'm sure everybody's heard about it, but when he was doing a thing for Entertainment Tonight or Weekly or something with Billy Bush, who, cousin of Jeb and George Bush. He now works for Good Morning America or one of those morning shows, and he works for NBC. So he got out there, and they were doing a thing back in 2005, and Donald Trump was, talking about, thinking they thought that the microphone was off. Well, it wasn't. and he was talking about how they were talking about some woman that you knew, and he's, oh yeah, I knew her, I saw her one night, and I tried to fuck her. Mhm. But I didn't. It didn't work out. I admit, it didn't. Blah, blah, blah. And he talked about how how to pick up women, Donald Trump style of how to pick up women. Um, you could just walk up and grope them. You can grope their pussy because you can do it if you like him. He says, if you're a star, you can do it. You get away with it. And he bought this woman furniture and blah blah blah, and how to grope. You just grope their pussy and and this and that, and now they released that tape, uh, and he apologized the first time. And okay, and the top and the icing on the cake to this is he'd been married for a millennia for 3 months already. So now you wonder why he was saying. Now you understand why he was saying he wasn't going to mention Bill Clinton's infidelities and whatever. Because he must have known this was coming out because I've always said we always knew he had no rock to throw. We knew he cheated on Ivanka. He cheated with Marla Maples, and then but now this on tape, and they're just saying this is not the kind of he has a bad enough with women as it is. This is not going to help him. But people on social media, his core supporters, they don't care. They don't care. It's okay. It's cool. That was 11 years ago. It was. And then these surrogates for Trump. Excuse me, I'm adjusting the camera. Thanks, Stu. Okay. The cameraman. Kaylee was like, it was terrible. She really felt bad, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, he should have said those things, but of course, you go back and you think what Hillary Clinton's done, though. And then my favorite one, Scotty, well, Kellyanne's my favorite. She's really, I guess Kaylee was, but Scotty, there's a special place in my heart for Scotty Nell Hughes, a special place in hell for Scotty Nell Hughes. I mean, I'm sorry, she's just an evil one. And of course, she thought it was terrible too, but right away, well, now they were talking about forgiveness. People have been forgiven. When Bill Clinton, people forgave Bill Clinton. After he did those things, when he went, and then Bill Clinton's not running for office. And this happened while he was in office, so they didn't depend on how he's going to the effective outcome of his election. They forgive him, and Scotty Nell Hughes was said, as long as it's not Hillary, you can forgive him. People change. He's a good man. He's an honest man. He's loyal. He's a good man, but it's not Hillary Clinton. Look at that. There are 4 men died in Benghazi because of Hillary Clinton, and another one said that too. He got really mad. The ex-state attorney of Louisiana or something. I can't remember his name. It's a unisex name. But anyway, Lynn. I have a little list of all these surrogates' names. I don't have his name on here yet. He deserves a spot on this list. He right away started yelling, well, compare it to what Hillary Clinton did. Men died because of Hillary Clinton. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't want to say any more about that. It was a terrible thing. I don't think it was her fault entirely. I don't really think it was her fault at all. It's terrorism. We're dealing with fanatics, and I'm sick and tired of everyone blaming them like they blamed Obama for ISIS. Rudy Giuliani is claiming there was no terrorist attacks on this soil until after Obama. Really? Weren't you the mayor of a city? How did you forget that? So, oh, excuse me. My mouth is so dry, even though it's... Excuse me. She's then they bring up Kaylee and Scotty that, through Jesus and through forgiveness, we can forgive, yes, that the Lord and will forgive him and he'll be all right. You know, compared to that the devil they think of Hillary Clinton. So that's just that's news. That's he came out the first time and he said he apologized. If anyone was offended, I apologized, and that was like okay. It was kind of a vague, but then he said that in the same breath, Bill Clinton has said much worse things to me than when I'm on the golf course with him. The fuck you golfing with him? If you don't dislike him so much, why do you golf with him? What the fuck? So he must have said something a long time ago now, because I really doubt that he golfs with you within the past 2 years. Okay, I highly doubt that. So what does that have to do with? That's apples and oranges. Bill Clinton's not running. They keep telling these people Bill Clinton. So I know why he didn't want to mention, but this is not good for him. It's not going to hurt his core people. They're on Facebook and Twitter supporting him, and we don't care what he did. Yeah, I guess he could go down on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, but there's the people with an education in the GOP, the people that have a brain and that read, are really they're losing their cool. This might be the straw that broke the camel's back, because he's not going to gain any more support from anyone from there. He's losing support from them. People are already rescinding their support. I think the governor of Utah he rescinded his support. They don't say who they're going to vote for, but they're not. But some of them say they're not saying they're going to vote for Hillary. They're not saying who they're going to vote for. But then someone said, "Well, but I'm not going to vote for Hillary either." So okay, whatever. But it's okay. Don't vote, but vote for Johnson, the third party, libertarian, is a vote for Trump, I think. But let's hope not. And don't let me forget about that too. So he's Paul Ryan and him were supposed to make an appearance together tomorrow, and Paul Ryan asked him not to show. I don't want you to be there tomorrow. So Michael Pence is going to be there instead. And my thing is with this Michael Pence, holy roller, Mr. Devout, evangelistic, anti-gay, anti-abortion, holy roller, Michael Pence going to think about this talk, this kind of language. He doesn't defend him already, so now he's not going to get no support or defense from him on this subject, especially. So that's happening. And my other thing was the Tribune, a conservative newspaper, but a respectable newspaper, been around for years. WGN is called WGN because it's the world's greatest newspaper. The Tribune, all together, years back. But now they went out and they supported Gerald Johnson, the libertarian candidate. Really? Okay, you just lost my respect. I mean, you haven't lost my respect. You lost my respect. Please. But they're just doing it so people will vote for, take away votes from Hillary, to help Trump win. This is a guy who doesn't even know what Aleppo is, or who it is, or where it is. He couldn't name a foreign leader. Guy's a moron. Like I said, the only thing he wants to do is, legalize pot, which is fine. But it's not going to get my vote just for that. Okay, we're working on that on slow and steady on that one. So that's about it. All right. So that's it. Hopefully I'll get back to you a lot sooner. I'm up and running here now, and so God bless you, and see you around like a donut. If you hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.